So today we're going to look at something called sampling methods. So here's our situation. You're interested in knowing students' favorite sport at Scioto High School, but it would take way too long to survey all 1,300 students at Scioto. So you just want to survey a sample of the whole population. So let's say, for example, you want to survey 100 students. That's going to be our example as we go throughout today with our sampling methods. One type of sampling you could do is called simple random. This is where each individual in the population has an equal chance of being selected. So an example of this would be if you put all students into a hat and randomly pick out 100. Because every student has the same chance of being selected for a survey, even though you're only choosing 100 students, everyone has equal opportunity. So this would be considered a non-biased sample. It would reflect the population, the opinions of the 100 selected would reflect the population's opinions as a whole, because the simple random sample, everyone has equal chance of being selected. The next type of sampling method that we will discuss is convenience sampling. This is where individuals are selected based on how accessible they are. So for example, maybe I will sit at the athletic entrance and survey the first 100 people who come by. It's easy, they're coming by anyway, I can just grab the first 100 who walk in the door. This would be considered a biased sample. That is because if you think about it, the first 100 people who walk through the athletic entrance, maybe they're juniors and seniors who can drive to school. I'm missing half of our school population, the freshmen and sophomores who take the bus to school. Or maybe they're coming through the athletic entrance that they are all athletes and they have different opinions about sports than everyone else. So just because it's convenient or easily accessible doesn't mean it is a good sample. Another sampling technique is systematic. This is where members of the sample are chosen according to a rule, such as every nth individual. What this could mean is maybe I sit in the cafeteria and I'm going to survey every 10th student that walks in until I get to my 100 sample size. Because it is a systematic rule, this is a non-biased sampling technique. I'm going to survey every 10th student. This will help me get a good range of freshmen, sophomores, juniors, seniors, athletes and non-athletes, and just making sure everyone has an opportunity to be surveyed. So I'm doing every 10th student. This is not a biased sample. And the sample that we get should reflect, should easily predict the opinions of the population. We have two more to look at. One is cluster. The population is divided into groups, and individuals from some of the groups are selected. So let's say we divide the whole school, 1,300 students, into 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th graders. In a cluster, let's say I choose 50 9th graders and 50 10th graders in my sample. This is definitely a biased sampling technique because you are eliminating the opinions of the 11th and 12th graders. This would not give us, the survey of the sample would not give us a valid picture of the whole population's opinions of their favorite sport. The last sampling technique we're going to look at is stratified. This is where the population is divided into groups and individuals from each group are selected. So let's say that we divide the school into 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th graders once again. But this time, I'm going to choose 25 ninth graders, 25 10th graders, 25 11th graders, and 25 12th graders to sample. This would be a non-biased sampling technique because I have opinions from every grade level, and I can get a true picture of what all 1,300 students would think. Although it would take forever to survey 1,300 students, if I survey 100 students and it's a good sample, then I will be able to accurately predict the opinions of the population.